And all right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Self-Driven Music Underground interview, where we talk to underground talent, people who are making it happen on their own independently, not really focusing on the deal, but focusing on the music, focusing on the fans, and just focusing on growing and expanding their own talent. And eventually, the deal will come to them. And I think that that's where true artistry lies. I think that's where the best artists are created, is when they're just working on their essence and just trying to do them and become the best MCs, the best pianists, the best actors, or whatever the case may be, the best of the best. They work on their craft even when nobody's watching. They work on their craft even when nobody's making any money. They're constantly working on their craft, and eventually that talent, that passion, will pay for their lifestyle. It's just a natural thing that happens. So what's up, Will EQ? Welcome to the show.
Brother, thanks for having me, man.
No doubt. You're actually our second artist that we've had on the show. Last week was definitely a success, and I was like, you know what? And Will's coming straight off you was in Canada, Toronto.
Yeah. It's in
Nice.
Toronto.
That's how we're gonna start this interview off. Let us know about Toronto. How'd that go? What was the best part of Toronto? Talk to us. Let us know what's happening.
Man, the people are very friendly. You know, you hear Southern hospitality, but the north people have a lot of hospitality too, man. We met some cool people, did some networking, and ended the week had some good food. You know what I'm saying? And I ended the week with a dope show. You know, did my thing.
Nice.
It was live. We came back. I hated to leave. I really enjoyed myself.
That's cool. I've been to Toronto back in college. I used to do some stepping, and we went up there for a step show.
Oh, really?
Toronto, and we crushed it. We won the step show. But
Okay.
after that show, the ladies were chasing us for autographs. It was the wildest experience I ever had in my life, bro.
It definitely, I don't want to incriminate myself. It's definitely some ladies up there. Definitely ladies up there.
I hear that. It was definitely it was a good time. But I don't know if you're into Caribbean music, but it was the best Caribbean thing I've ever seen. And the club was ridiculous. So Toronto's live, man.
Toronto is live, man.
I
And
know.
everybody's cool.
Cool, man. How'd you pull off that gig to get from Atlanta to Toronto?
Oh man, somebody reached out to me, Fusebox Radio. What's DJ Fusion? She liked what I did, so she invited me to perform on her set, and I couldn't turn it down, you know. So I had to come to Canada. I've been to Canada before, back in the day, you know, a few times. I always liked Toronto, so
Okay, cool.
I had no problem going up there to check out the people and perform, do my thing,
That's
show them
dope.
Social Security live, you know.
Yes, sir. Social Security. We're gonna get into Social Security a little bit. Let's talk about. So you're from Atlanta. You're in Atlanta now. Is that where you're from? Tell us a little bit of story about where you're from and
Man,
different.
I got an interesting story. I was born in Atlanta. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. My parents moved out to the country. I don't know if you're familiar with Atlanta, past Latonia and Conyers. We moved out there for a second. You know, I still hung in the hood, whatever you want to say.
Hmm.
And, you know, but I was more of a observant type. You know, like the Nas type, just peeping everything, talk with dudes. You know what I'm saying? Try to get people on the right path. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't a saint. I'm saying, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't fall victim to a lot of things that young black males do, but I still was popular. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And that derived to my type of music. I always kind of, you know, Atlanta people have their style. I always had a more, you know,
Mhm.
of, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
Rapping about what I see type of style. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up. Dope, man. Yeah, that's like when I was coming up, Outkast. That's when they came out
yes.
heavy. Everybody didn't really understand it. They didn't get it. But Outkast was not backing down, and they brought it.
And at that time, Atlanta was a lot of booty shake music. That's really all you heard from Atlanta was booty shake music. So they started a new trend. When I first seen them, I'm like, are they from New York? Where these guys from? Like, you know what I'm saying? They still had the Southern essence in it, but it's a different display of the Southern essence. So that's why I like it.
Absolutely, yeah, they're fresh, man. That's still to this day, me and you, your mama and your cousin too. That song still hit. Dope, man. But since we talking about artists, who, what artists, do you kind of, chill back and listen to? What's some of your favorites? Give me a couple of your favorites, man, that you rock out to.
Let me give you a few of them. I like Outkast, of course. Good and
Mm-hmm.
Mob. CeeLo and
Okay.
Andre are the standout of that group. To me.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Man, I listen to some Devin. I don't know if you're familiar with Devin the Dude. I enjoy Devin the Dude. Nas. Nas is
Okay.
one of my favorites. Jay, of course.
Okay.
Who else did I check out? Man, really everything, man. I'm like a hip hop, connoisseur. I listen to everything, But the people I focus on the hardest probably three stacks and Nas and Common Sense too. I like Common. So.
Dope, man. Dope. Now, let's talk a little bit about Social Security. Is this your first, like, I don't want to call it a mixtape, but it's your first album that you've put together to this caliber on the internet?
Yeah, we'll
Or
say this caliber. Yeah, yeah. I
okay,
have a few other projects. I have one called Medicinal Purposes. I have one called The Outer Limits. I have one called the Esquire Experience. But this is the biggest one so far. Which isn't a whole lot, but we're at about 1,500 downloads on that pill, which is good for no promo, et cetera, et cetera.
yep,
Just word of mouth. That's excellent to me. But
yep,
yeah, of this magnitude, this is probably the biggest mixtape. But I've always made music, man. It's like
nice,
my Twitch, my Tourette's. I can't not make music. You know what I mean?
nice. And it's good music. I love it.
So,
There's one thing I liked about when I'm listening to your album. I
mm,
actually, because I listen to the song, I got an engineering background, so I
mm,
listen to the sound, and I'm like, all right, for an independent artist, the sound quality is good. Now, is this something? Have you mastered this in home, or have you went to the studio to put your audio together?
some of the tracks are actually in home. I do have an in home setup, but this
Okay.
one was done primarily in a studio. But I don't shy away from in home recording. Some of the songs you do hear are in home. But
Nice.
most of this was done in the studio. But I'm trying to move everything to in home.
Okay.
Save
Okay.
some money. I think studios are slowly becoming relevant.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you just get in that zone, and
Yep.
it's a good situation to just walk up the hall to your studio and just lay it down.
Lay the ideas down, man. Exactly.
So
No beat that.
I definitely know that I understand the feeling. That's cool, man. Also on Social Security, one second. Just want to pull up my screen real quick.
Okay.
You see, Better Off Alone. So this seems to be the one that you went hard with,
Okay.
as far as promotion was concerned.
Right.
What made you make that decision to make Better Off Alone the video and kind of like maybe the song that's on the forefront of the album? What pushed you to make that decision?
Honestly, fan response. A lot of people say they like that one because I don't really have that many favorites. It's day by day with me. One day I love a song, one day I hate a song. You know how it is.
Okay. Okay.
So, but yeah, I got the best response from Bet Off Alone. I say, I guess people like the southern vibe to it, the bounce, and
Yeah.
people maybe Caucasian, white people might like the sample which comes from what's the name of the group? Ah man, I'm going blank. They had an album called The Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh man. You're messing me up right now. Yeah.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah, there you go.
Pink Floyd sample. So
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
I get
definitely a dope track. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just get the biggest response from that song, so I decided to make that the single.
Nice. Dope video too. Now
Appreciate it.
who's the mastermind behind your video? Did you have anything to do with that, or did you let the producer of the video just kind of go?
I always have a say in my in my visual, just because usually the song is pretty deep on many levels, however you want to catch it. So I always feel I have to have a say in the video.
Mm-hmm.
But Frey Wall, he's the one that directed it. He's tight. He recently did a video for Jadakiss and well, I'm bad today with name. Jadakiss and I think it was Jadakiss and Styles, if I'm not mistaken. He recently did a video for those two guys. So
Okay.
he's on it.
Dope. Real dope. What was I gonna say to you? Oh my God, I'm going blank too here today. We were talking about North Alone. We were talking about the video, and where was I going with this? Oh, I just went drew a blank. I'm tight. It is what it is. So yeah, I can't ask you what's your favorite song off the album because you know you said right now. Do you have a favorite one? I know it might change tomorrow, but right
Yeah,
now, what do you
exactly. At this moment,
Yeah.
I have a song featuring two other guys, Hobo and Coat Rose Gold. It's called The Big Lebowski. I,
Okay.
I like, I like all three of the verses on this. It feels good not to hear myself sometimes. You're an artist, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta take a break from yourself. So it's good to hear those two new voices because they're all so talented. And I like my last verse a lot. So
Oh, dope. I like my last verse. I love it.
appreciate
The um damn, I had it and I lost it again. Man, I'm
hey,
bugging.
brother, I'm with you. Don't even.
I had it.
Those
I had a good
days.
question. Oh, you know what? I love the way you said in at the beginning of one of the tracks, don't label me. I
Right,
love that. Like, don't
right.
label
No
me.
labels.
Now,
No
what
labels.
what what inspires no label me? You know, what gives you that opinion? Where does that mindset come from for you to
Man,
say don't label me?
I still, like I say, man, I'm an artist and not an artist in the sense of I'm a rapper. I just feel as though I'm creating on a canvas, which is the beat. So if I get a southern sounding beat, I may go a certain way, but I just, he's a backpacker. It goes, with me, it's just my mood. Like, I may
Yeah,
have a situation where I, I I'm not too fond of a girl, so the song
yeah,
may not be too nice, or I may be in love with a girl, so the song.
yeah,
So I don't want to get labeled as any type of artist. I'm just creating what genuinely was in me and what
yeah,
sounds good on the record, and that's
yeah.
what comes out, with the art. You know what I'm saying? And you
Nice.
can just tell I'm not aiming for radio, so
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I still want you to jam to the music.
Right. That's
It's
what's
just
up.
people get into labels, and labels are dangerous to me. They can box you in sometimes.
Mm-hmm. You know, and by listening to Social Security, that's definitely the vibe that I get a vibe that you're trying to educate. I get a vibe that you're telling stories. I get a vibe that you want to have fun in some of the tracks. So it's an album, and that's what's funny, Will? What's funny is that I came across your link by accident.
Really?
I,
What
I
happened?
was I wasn't even searching for artists that day, but a young lady tweeted me and said,
Okay.
"Jay, I think you should check out Social Security."
Okay.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
So
Why not?
so I hit the link on my phone. I'm in my car, and the SoundCloud came up, and I just started bumping, and I'm in the car like,
Okay.
oh, okay.
Okay.
The first track come on. I love the way you had somebody's voice like, we're billionaires, boys. We're millionaires,
Yeah.
boys.
Yes. I got that from.
Where
I
is
got
that
that
from?
from. Godzilla movie. The first one,
Oh,
black and white.
oh,
That's what they were
wow.
saying when they're about to catch Godzilla deep in. Man, this is perfect for an intro, man.
Yeah, it was sick, but you know what? That's the type of stuff right there, that randomness that
Yes,
makes
exactly.
connections. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I appreciated that for sure. That was dope. So I love the album. I'm still listening to it now. I usually listen to it an hour before I interview, but I kind of been listening to your stuff for a week, so it's
All right.
definitely good stuff. So I'm gonna ask you this question though. I just gave you from my perspective what I thought the album was. Now I want
Mhm.
you to tell the audience. What's your message in your music that you're trying to deliver to the marketplace about Will EQ?
Now I want to start. I'm not Chuck D. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Public Enemy. I feel you have to put that message in a candy gel medicine cap. You know what I'm saying? It has to taste good to the audience.
Okay.
So I give you real life situations. I give you the consequences. I give you ways out of it, and I should show you all aspects of it and let you pick
Mhm.
what you want to get out of it. But I just give you the real of any situation. Uh,
Nice.
in that, I could just show everybody the pros and the cons in my own way without preaching to people, because no one wants to be. I don't want to be preached to. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I, I,
Mhm.
I may search knowledge for myself, but I don't necessarily want to be preached to when I'm listening to music, when I'm vibing out.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it is ways of putting in words and gems into your music without running certain people away. So it's about a balance. But just be you. That's my message. Be yourself, man. Don't follow the crowd. There's no reason in following the crowd.
Nice.
You want to learn how to be different. You can't look at the next man and learn how to be different. Just be yourself. I promise you, there's nobody like you. So just be yourself. You want to be different? Just be yourself. Wear what you want to wear. Say what you want to say. Do the music you want to do.
Yep. Real talk.
I'm from Atlanta, and I don't make trap music.
Right.
They look at me a certain way. I really don't care. People that know me in the trap know I don't give a fuck, so they accept it.
Nice. Nah, it's cool. This internet.
Yeah, I don't want to be too rude.
Cool. That's cool, man. I can appreciate that perspective. I can appreciate real artists. I sense that you're a genuine dude, and you just out here just doing what you do. So I love it. I appreciate that for real. Let me see. We're at 8:15. I think we got some solid information here. So if anybody wanted to share this interview, if you wanted to share it with somebody, you can do that as well.
Okay.
I think I'm done with the questions. I want y'all to listen to Social Security for sure. So this your boy Jay Michaels. I want you to check out Social Security. You can check it out at selfdrivenmusic.com. Also check out willeq.com for any of his upcoming albums, any of his upcoming performances. Self-Driven Music is definitely a fan of this gentleman, and we're going to be talking about him consistently as long as he's bringing out new music, as long as he's keeping up with the marketplace. We're going to keep up with him for sure. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight on the Self-Driven Music Underground Artist interview. I think our next interview is going to be about 2 weeks from now. If you think you deserve an interview, you can shoot us an email at selfdrivenmusic@gmail.com, or you could just go to the selfdrivenmusic.com and submit your contact in the contact section. So Will EQ, hold on. I'm going to talk to you in a second. I'm going to just end the broadcast real fast.
All right.